man, if you believe what the media is telling you, Justin Baldoni just lost and Blake Lively won. But the reality is TMZ and all these outlets are wrong. Only Us Weekly was the one that got the truth. This is a really scary thing. It's happening to me as well in this case. We got to talk about it, guys. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I want to start really clear to cover my bases because I'm already in a legal. This is speculation. This is my opinion. Take this as an op-ed today as more than a news story. But it's also some news I'm going to break down to you because, look, not enough major outlets are telling you the truth about the case. And what's really scary about it, Us Weekly being one of the only ones, because they got a quote from Team Justin. He never planned to file an appeal. He didn't miss a deadline. He didn't. He can still appeal later. All this stuff in there to sort of defend it. But TMZ, final judgment entered, dismissing his Blake suit. But she's not done with him. Blake's $400 million countersuit against Blake and Ryan Reynolds officially ended by judge after missed deadline. You see this article in People. You see this article in Rolling Stone. And now when you see this, it looks like the whole thing's done. And you got to remember, I know a lot of you are going to be frustrated because you're so invested in this case like we are. The average viewer, people online or whatever, scrolling through the web, getting in their news alerts, they don't know the full story. They're not going to read the full article. They're going to read the headlines. They're not even going to go read any legal docs. None of it. All they're going to see is this. All they're going to see is this. And I'll tell you, when you go and look at some of these comments, it is immensely depressing how many people, journalists included, journalists, because Taylor Lorenz, my God, what terrible journalism. Will all the reactionary Democrat and right-wing content creators who spent months participating in this smear campaign against Blake apologize and admit they were wrong? Of course not. Meanwhile, she's, again, like a lot of idiots, misreading what this actually means. This just means Justin's suit was dismissed. Now, he can still appeal later, and I suspect he might, given how the Blake trial goes down, but they got to get through all that first. So he's putting all his energy there, not wasting time spinning for a judge that clearly he doesn't think is doing the right thing. And that's fine. But that has the bad thing of now Blake's sadly crushing it right now from a PR standpoint, objectively, because now so many people think Justin lost. When you look at this Complex piece, which went viral, you know, it looks like he lost the whole thing. It doesn't, the nuance of what this actually means, that Blake's case is still going and there's a lot still obviously to figure out. And just because Justin lost his defamation case doesn't mean Blake was telling the truth, right? There's so much to it that beyond just this headline. But you go look at this tweet, which has 17 million views. Look at the engagement of this thing. It's insane. And I just want you to go look at some of these quote tweets. Why aren't more people talking about this? He got what he deserved. I hope he's forever blacklisted from the industry. F you, Justin Baldoni. F you, Justin Baldoni. When the truth comes out, it's quiet. It's a Taylor Swift lyric. This one has 13 million views. Now the truth's come out. No, it hasn't. No truth has come out yet. Literally, we are still deep in discovery. I'm still being subpoenaed. The truth is not out yet, Elizabeth. It's always just random accounts that look more like bots than me or others who are out there doing it and putting our face to it. We're always called bots. Deserved. I hope that man continues to fade into oblivion like his non-existent career. Never speak against mother. Jesus. He never even had a valid case against Blake Lively. This is all Blake Lively wanted. Her PR team knew it, and she's getting it right now. Cheers to Blake Lively. In case you realize the court of TikTok and Reddit is almost always on the wrong side when it comes to the loud persecution of women. Bear that in mind when the next eventual hate train against a woman comes around, because we all know it's just a matter of time. Like, there's so many. Curious how misogynistic fans will spin this on TikTok. I predict it the most. Most people will start to say, well, they're both bad. People always go this route when they don't want to actually confront misogyny and abuse, apologize. Megan, how about you go do a little bit more homework and realize this isn't what actually happened. He's not over yet. He can still appeal. I suspect he will. And Blake hasn't won. Blake is still fighting for life. And could, I think, very well will lose as well. And when she does, what are you going to say then? When she can't prove it? What are all these people going to say then, guys? When it's burn the bitch, they're shrieking. When the truth comes out, it's quiet. That's the Taylor Swift line. F Justin Baldoni. You're all woman haters, by the way. I won't forget an alarming amount of y'all. You're all you women watching, you're women haters. Of course it's crickets. It's scary how quickly society will jump to hunt a woman if she doesn't fit the mold of what a perfect victim is supposed to be. It's actually shocking and scary how many idiots like you just believe a headline and don't actually know the real story. That's what's really pathetic and sad. And of course, it's Taylor Swift stans or bots. Who knows if these people are even real? Dudton, you're nothing but a loser. Justin Baldoni had TikTok on his side when the shit first broke. Now the tide is turning. Is it Hazia? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's absolutely not. These look how bad this is. This is a Puerto Rican. I love Come on, Christina. I'm so disappointed. F everyone who said he was a victim, a-holes. F your ignorance. This is why she's currently winning, and this is why this case is getting so depressing. Some of you should be embarrassed at how hard you went for this man, and some of you owe folks an apology. This is a lot of traction. Wasted everybody's time and will likely have to pivot to faith-based nonsense. He is not changing his faith. He's already been doing that the whole time. That's the point of his movies. These people are so ignorant. Hey, at least a bunch of brain-dead TikTok users think Blake Lively is a B now. She is. I promise she is. Her lawyers and her are the worst. Absolute. They have nothing. So they're relying on people who are just going to scream misogyny, even though she's provided nothing. She's provided nothing. Oh, if Blake had lost his... No, I actually don't think that. I really think he doesn't have the sway Johnny does. This is not televised. Justin's going to get screwed a little bit. He is, no matter what. They all are. But look at this. F Justin and anybody who supported him. The signs were always there. Can you believe this stuff? And I gotta keep going. Like, look at this. It's insane. And it's so depressing. No sympathy. Look, I'm not even close. How pathetic of a human being do you have to be to lose a lawsuit due to missing a deadline? He didn't. He didn't. He enjoys the effing L. He's taken like the piece of S he is. Shark and Taylor's version. This is the problem with the internet. This is a smear campaign. And it's so frustrating because Lyman already threw this out. We don't get to see if Blake is in fact doing this. Who's behind these accounts? What's actually happening? Is the media getting deals? Is the media getting paid off? They're out there changing the scope of what they get from my subpoena. But somehow TMZ, who knew I got subpoenaed before I did, who somehow is out there putting headlines like this, that no one gets to go challenge them and where they're getting their sources. Even though it's clear to me, my opinion, that they're payolas. Absolutely. Or if it's not actual pay, it's don't report that. We'll give you something better next time. Oh yeah? Okay, fine. It's a game. It's political. And all these outlets are jumping on the train, and it's scary. And I want to point this out, and I think it's important you see this and you understand it, because this is, and again, if I'm looking at it objectively, Blake is crushing it right now. So if you're mad, be mad at her. Don't be mad at me. I'm shocked at how many legit outlets are out there reporting blatant lies. I think E! News was the only other one, I'm trying to find it real quick, was the only one who's also corrected it so far. They don't correct shit. They don't care. This was like NBC News ends counter. And I think they did actually change to countersuit. Yeah. But again, this was, I think Legal Bites had it better. I just want you to see how it's scary. It is legit scary how Legal Bites, I think she shared she shared the, because the NBC News one was shocking to me. Because you expect NBC News, right? Oh, it's gone. They got rid of it. Okay, well there. NBC seems to finally gotten, exactly, egregious. I wish I'd saved this one. Maybe it's in the way back, but she did here. Justin's countersuit. The end missed the deadline to appeal a judge's dismissal. Failed to amend a complaint. No, he didn't. This is blatantly false. And NBC News put that out there for a while. It was out there for a while. Thank God they did finally seemingly adjust it. But NBC LA was all over this as like, oh, it's factual. People just see a TMZ article. And I suspect, again, this is speculation. Don't come after me, Blake. Well, you already are. I suspect this is a Leslie Sloan special. Stephanie Jones, whoever. They are out there smearing Justin. They have the media now helping, just as they did with the New York Times. It's like absurd what the New York Times got away with. They didn't at all attempt to do that story fairly, which an outlet should, like the New York Times should have done. They absolutely accepted all of Blake's stuff, and they used a phone that was illegally taken, which is now also brought up, and we're going to go through in our live, the amended complaint that brings up the fact that her phone was taken, which we talked about with Ron. Private information on this phone, photos, stuff about her own infertility were shared to Blake Lively. This is disgusting. But no, let's not stand up for women. Literally, all women were working for Justin. Melissa, all these people, Jennifer Abel, women. And they're all being just destroyed. But Blake's the better woman? Make that make sense. Because again, the stuff they're coming after Justin for and the retaliation is allegedly Melissa and Jennifer. It's not even Justin. Justin didn't do it. It's all the "we can bury anybody" text, which again, that doesn't prove it. Just because you say it doesn't mean you did it. But it is crazy what's happening. Add to that the fact that their initial disclosures, we're going to go through in our lives. So if you missed it, become a member over at popcornplanet.com. That's how you support us. Become a member or go to our merch store. Just hit the sign up button, and you can always watch the full shows. And we're going to go into detail these charts. But it's just wild because all these charts of all the people that Blake suspects has information. Everybody. Guess who's not listed? The one guy she's still trying to subpoena. Make that make sense. Literally amended it, posted it after all the stuff in question with me, and still decided not to include me in this. So she never thought I had any information. I really genuinely think she just hates me, hates my coverage, is terrified of the documentary, and her and Ryan, who I had a nice relationship previously, Ryan, now that I've turned on Ryan is a vengeful prick in my opinion now, and they just want to squish me. That's what's happening right now, I think. They genuinely want to squish me. I think he's that petty. It blows my mind that he cares what I think, but that all his money that he's wasting on this to go squish everybody. But I genuinely think that's what's currently happening right now. He's using his power and his privilege to squish the people he doesn't like. And I'm not going to keep letting it happen. I'm not. I'm going to continue to fight back. We're going to continue to support. That's why we need your help on the website, popcornplanet.com. Go to our Give, Send, Go. Keep donating, supporting us, because we got to fight back on this. This is crazy what's happening right now. This is terrifying if you really look at it. I'm floored by just how scary and how powerful these people actually are. And how many people are now starting to just not want to report on it anymore. They're yeah, okay, Blake won. Okay. Like, they're literally lying, these news outlets, for Blake Lively. They were caught. NBC News, others, a couple of them are starting to like just delete the old news and then pretend like it didn't happen. I recorded a lot of, I recorded the NBC news one before they pulled it for the documentary. I screenshotted a lot of it. They all are going to be called out. I'm going to make sure it's in the doc. I'm going to make sure we keep calling it out. Stay tuned, watch. In fact, I'm going to pull it up for the live. Make sure you join membership. This is going to be a fun one. We're going to go through it now. If you're watching live, don't go anywhere. Let's go there. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for all alerts. It's free, guys. Smash the like right now or while you're watching. All that stuff. Please do it all so you help the engagement, and stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.